Hi, I'm Elsa Majimbo. I'm 21 years old, originally from Africa. I don't really specify country because the whole of Africa is my home. Um, I'm a chess champion. I'm very intelligent, not to brag, but I am. I'm a comedian slash writer, now looking to be a producer, and I now live in LA.
Amazing. So many people on the Forbes Top Creators list say, oh, I kind of lucked into fame. I don't know. I just got famous one day. Not you. You have always known that you were going to be a star and you were just waiting for the world to acknowledge it. How did you know that you were meant to be famous?
You know, when you just have a gut feeling, I didn't know I was going to be famous. I just thought I was destined for something great and something amazing. And I always knew I was special and a star and something was going to happen. And this wasn't just something I was looking for, but it did happen. And when the first video went viral, I wasn't even looking to have a career in like entertainment or media. I just really did not want to ever go back to school. So I was like, okay, this is a loophole. This is something else I can do. And I got into it. And now here we are.
And you actually talk about being meant to be a star in the first video that you posted, which we have.
It's a calling. I don't think I'm better than you. I know I'm better than you. I'm not sure if I want to wear red or white to the Met Gala. You'll have to make an appointment with my assistant. I didn't go looking for fame. Fame came looking for me. It's just so hard to lead a normal life when everyone knows who you are. It's a bit frustrating when everyone is obsessed with you. The true question is, Vogue or glamour?
So now everyone is obsessed with you, and the answer to Vogue or Glamour is obviously Forbes. How does it feel?
It's so funny because when I made that video, I had the audacity actually, because I had absolutely nothing while making this video. No money. I was doing horrible in school. And I went to the internet and I made this. I'm amazed by that. That's amazing.
Yeah, where were you in this video?
Oh, I was just in my room. It was COVID and I was just relaxing. But I knew, even though everything was horrible at that point, I knew things will have a turnaround. And I was right. So I just let things go with the flow. I relaxed. I let everything around me crumble. And I was like, the universe will work everything out. And the universe did.
Yeah, and you've also been pretty upfront about wanting to be rich. And by Forbes' estimate, you are doing that. Talk about that.
Oh my, it feels so nice to have money. I'm so happy. I always, I believe in my mom always said, what you speak will come to be. And I always spoke about getting money and wanting to be rich. And oh my goodness, yeah, now we're making that good money. And it feels great. It feels amazing to be able to do what you want and just having the choice and being able to help other people, that is such a blessed position, to be able to be kind towards others and give other people a chance to better their lives and to do better for themselves. It's a great place to be.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes to business, you've done partners with Fenty, Logitech, Coach, Mac, Valentino. What's your philosophy about business?
I have to like the people I'm working with. I think that's just always been a rule for me because it's just days on end on a set. If people there do not like each other, then the outcome will be absolutely horrible. And I have to feel good vibes. My manager always, he doesn't really like when I say that, but I have to feel good vibes from the get-go. I have to speak to you and feel like, oh yeah, things are gonna go well, things are gonna go smoothly. And just people who aren't trying, I'm African and I'm Black and I'm a woman. And you'll be surprised. Okay, it's not such a shock, but so many people just try to take advantage and everyone just thought I was so very naive and I just saw a lot of people's true colors. because I just like let people keep talking, string them along. It really just shows who people are. So I look at what the values and the morals of the brands are, and then I know where to go from there. But for me, that is the main thing.
You alluded to this earlier, but you're originally from Nairobi. When did you move to LA?
I moved to LA last year in September.
And what's that transition been like?
Oh, it's been great. I love LA. It's amazing. It's so good. I love LA. The palm trees, the yoga, the G-Wagons, smoothies. Oh, I love this place. And just like, and I always say this, like just how materialistic LA is. Materialistic and fake and everything is about. I love that. It's so beautiful,
Actually,
yeah,
sounds
it's so
terrible,
amazing. So it has been the best thing. And I would never imagine myself living anywhere in the world but LA.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your relationship like with Africa now?
Oh, it's amazing. I still go back every few weeks. Every few weeks, I'm back in Africa because...
I'm back to Nairobi.
No. Back to like Ghana, South Africa. Yeah, just like the place is my home, and it's because Africans know how to party and they make amazing food. No offense, but you can never find that in LA. So just that sense of community and belonging, it's very important to me, and I'm glad I have that in a whole continent.
Okay, so I have to ask you, why not Nairobi?
Oh my God. I have a very complicated relationship with Nairobi, and there was a lot of, when things started going well for me, there was a lot of backlash on me, and just a lot of colorist things were said towards me. And surprisingly, it was people from Kenya who were doing that, and they were bullying me on the internet, and they were hell-bound on my failure. It was so insane. It was absurd. The rest of the world was cheering me on. Kenya was praying for my downfall. So when I got the chance, I packed my bags and I left immediately, and I never looked back. I'll go to like see my family, but I left, and I'm never going back.
Wow. I mean, cancel culture is definitely real.
Oh, it wasn't cancel culture. I didn't do anything. They just didn't. They're so used to, we have comedians, like dark-skinned comedians who are women. So the comedy they want them to do is based on self-hatred, and to call themselves ugly because they're darker, and to say they don't deserve anything in this world because of that. And I didn't do that, and they hated that. And it wasn't cancel, it was just straight up bullying and saying wild stuff to me.
Well, I think it sounds like you have a healthy relationship with it, which is just ignore it.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the haters in general? Is it more of a just ignoring them?
I ignore it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm making bag, so I'm living my life.
Yeah, and TikTok's algorithm and TikTok users have also been known to historically favor content by white creators. Mm-hmm. Has that bias affected your career?
I mean, it's no secret when you're white, you definitely have a big advantage, and you have higher chances of succeeding in a lot of spaces. So it's something that, it's also so complicated because you can't really speak about it because there's a few people you're not supposed to piss off. And then it's also, when you speak about it, everyone is behind it for when it's a trend, and when it's not a trend anymore, people forget about it. So for me, I always support Black creators, and I always go and like the things, and I share it, and I'm with it, and I'm with them, and because I can't tell everyone to change, but I can change myself and do things, even though maybe I grew up a bit whitewashed and being told and hearing and seeing and being told to promote content by white creators. I've been able to get that out of my system, which is fantastic. And now I support everything Black.
So you're saying that deliberate choice
Mm-hmm.
has given you that power.
Yeah.
And you have seriously gone viral on your own. I mean, your most like TikTok or your most viewed TikTok video has 9.1 million views on it, and it is this.
If you don't spend your money, then who will? What if all your money ends? I've been broke before. I didn't die. If I spend money, I'm paying taxes. So I'm building my country. It's called being patriotic. I'm practicing for being rich.
I mean, 9.1 million views is a lot. What do you think about that?
That's great. That's great. And I feel like I didn't really, because most of my content started based off making me happy. So I just post, don't really check the views or the comments. I just post and I'm on my merry way and I go along with my day and I just have fun and vibe through.
Yeah, you're definitely vibing, I can tell. How has TikTok changed the nature of comedy?
It's definitely, the way they would tell like a whole story before getting to the punchline. It's definitely shorter. People on TikTok do not have the time. If you take more than 5 seconds and you have not said that joke, they will skip on to the next video. So I think the first one is shutter span. And I think it's also opened doors for people who wouldn't have, like me. I'm a great example. There's so many people around me who would never have given me the chance that I've gotten, and I would never be here. So thank you, TikTok.
BSA. And as you watch the social media platforms mature, like TikTok, what are you excited about? And also, I mean, what are you scared about? Like, there's a lot that, an algorithm can change. It can make or break someone's career.
Yeah. Sometimes I fear that, it'll be easier to find like old things, like old tweets and I'm always checking to see if I did something wrong. And the thing is, I know I've never said anything wild, anything discriminatory, but things change again and again. And as time progresses, things you could have said 10 years ago, you can't say today. So, but that's not how people view it today. So that's one of the things I'm scared of.
And, the economy is changing. It's not looking amazing. What do you think about the future of influence in regards to economic trends?
I feel like now, because of that and, because of the internet, there's been able to be a lot of influence, which forces people to listen and forces, the people who control the system that we have in place to pay more attention to what's happening. Because it's easy to ignore issues when you're shielded from them and people don't have avenues to reach you, which was the case for a very, very long time. But now that we have all those platforms and people who have influence and have a sober mind, and they're able to educate other people and they're able to make things aware and things aren't being ignored the way they used to. So things might get bad, but I believe it will always come back stable.
Yes, and on things getting bad, you actually famously loved the pandemic, and we have a clip of you loving the pandemic.
Me too, but it's a pandemic. I've let you come to my house, but pandemic. Really, really wanted to see you, but pandemic.
Are you still canceling plans because of the pandemic?
Oh my God. It's horrible. We're having pandemics, but that's just, I get to stay home and I have a proper reason for staying home. So yes, I am. And until we have the last case of COVID, that will be a genuine excuse for me.
Yeah. And so you're very much like a rising star, but you love staying home. How do you stay sane?
Netflix, Hulu, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart. Everything you need is on your phone. Every single thing. I don't need to leave the house. I don't need to go anywhere. Nice bottle of wine, food, TV. I can stay in my house for days.
Okay, perfect. The future is bright. What is to come? What do you want to do? You kind of mentioned producing. I'm curious to know a little bit more about what your career ambition is.
So right now I'm creating a few shows and getting into the movie space. Just it's a few cool things with some production companies and people who've really supported me and been there for me. Like I've had a very good experience being in Hollywood, and a lot of people have been there for me. I've been blessed to that capacity, and yeah, now they're helping me get into film.
What do you think about being called a Forbes Top Creator?
It's amazing. I mean, damn, that has an amazing ring to it, and I can tell everyone, and I can just, it's fantastic. Anything to do with Forbes, anything, even the first thing I had from Forbes, an article. It was just like a small article, a few words. And I told everyone, I have a Forbes article about me. I have a Forbes article about me. So anything Forbes just sounds great to say.